So this time around, though, our new Marine, he's in the about a 1,500 polygon range. He actually has way more detail than the original StarCraft I Marine does.
Yeah, you have to take in the fact that they're very small. The unit's pretty small, and that you're seeing it from 3/4 view. And the colors have to be bright so that it reads.
In the original StarCraft, because there's only 256 colors and only certain ranges for every race, I think a lot of people saw grittiness in there when it was actually just different pixels, only being able to choose between 4 different
You get
colors.
4 browns.
I think the palette basically from StarCraft 1 to StarCraft 2, we try to keep the whole vibe there and keep everything very familiar, but it's a little more gritty than say like Warcraft 3.
Yeah, most of the Terrans are like blocky and it's like utilitarian stuff that you'd find where they would mash something together to make something else if they needed it in the field.
Every unit we updated and stuff like that, there's definitely that we have to get this right to a certain caliber, because when people think of a Marine, this is what they think of.
Yeah.
And so there are always elements that had to carry over. And I think Sammy had an awesome eye, when we improved stuff like the Immortal from the Dragoon, in terms of, let's armor it up more and make it beefier and manlier. That's what we did. If you have a problem with those qualities, then you're not a man.
Everything we do, we're kind of looking back to StarCraft 1 and trying to think of, how does this reflect on the original game, and how much are we improving upon it, how much are we changing it. The artists will a lot of times get something in looking the way they want it to look, and there's constantly this evaluation from QA looking at the performance on each individual unit and each individual effect, and it kind of comes back saying, hey, this one is too fat, and then the hard choices have to start being made of where's that balance, how much do we cut it down, and can we still get it to look as good as they're trying to get it to look while performing well enough to support our goals for frame rate and stuff like that. So yeah, I think there's a lot of push and pull there.
Some things are worth it, where it's like, hey, like the nuke, it's got to be over the top, it's got to be cool. If it's expensive, then if we got an error on one side, I don't care if the plant or like the little, the bottom of the Marine foot is as detailed as like the top of like the mothership or something really cool like that. So kind of be smart about where we get bang for the buck at.
I'd say if you wanted to get into the business, that you have to really enjoy, doing, at least from an art point of view, like building models and creating things and drawing and stuff like that. If that's something that you really geek out on and really love, then this is a good place for you.